Hey guys, I am Jennifer Hines and I am joined by two of the coaches on our team, and we are super excited to have you guys tonight as we share a little bit about coaching and how it's impacted our lives and our families' lives. So I'm going to start and just kind of tell you guys a little bit about my story, and then Tara and Emily will kind of hop in and share a little bit more about their story, and we're just super excited to have you guys here because we're all just passionate about coaching and what it has done for us and the lives that we're changing, and how that has kind of trickled into our families' lives. So I have been a coach for close to 2.5 years now. I was invited back in about August of 2015, believe it or not, by my sister-in-law. And it was at a point in my life where I was in such a huge funk and depression. I was coming home every day and kind of almost crying myself to sleep. I had no energy. I was pouring into so many other people. And I joined a challenge group with my coach and slowly kind of started coming out of my depression and my funk, was able to go off my antidepressants. And through that change, my family and my friends and my coworkers started seeing this change in me, and they started asking me what I was doing. Because when I first signed up, I just wanted the discount. I just wanted to completely get a discount on my products that I loved, the tools that I was using, the fitness, the group, the accountability. And slowly people started asking questions, and what are you doing, and why are you smiling, and what are you doing to lose weight, and why does your skin look good, and why is your attitude better, and why are you so positive, and why do you look so great in your clothes? And as people started asking these questions, I was like, maybe I can do this coaching thing. So I started off as a discount coach just for the discount on my products that I loved, and then started having some friends and family join me. And then I kind of saw my sister-in-law and some of these other coaches doing bigger things. And I was like, well, if they can do it, I certainly can. So I kind of dived in and just started, even with a full-time job. I'm a full-time working physical therapist, a busy mama of two. I just started coaching others and have slowly just been building this team that means everything to me. These girls and these women on my team are just everything. This coaching community are my best friends that I didn't even know and didn't have in my life 2.5 years ago. We've support each other through the good times and the bad times, and coaches still need coaches, which is one of the things that I'm finding, because we are human and we have these ups and downs in life, and when we struggle we have people to reach out to. So coaching has not only kind of impacted me from the outside with my transformation. I've lost close to 25 pounds and still have a little bit more that I'd like to lose and then I want to maintain, but also it's given me the extra accountability to my journey, because I was the type of person that would show up for everybody else before myself. I would constantly let myself down and quit on myself, but if I had to show up for others and help my coach her people and coach my people, I was not going to not show up and do my workout and do my nutrition plan and drink my shake and read my personal development. So that the extra accountability, the community, the cost savings, and now the income that I'm producing has really helped my family also, helping me to pay off my student loan debt, allowing us to do vacations that we probably wouldn't be able to do. And then there's also the trips and the recognition that comes with this. Tara and I work for a pretty large healthcare company, and it's a wonderful company to work for, very family friendly, but as with most corporate careers, you get like the 3 to 5% raise if you're doing a great job, which I always do a great job. I'm able to give myself, because of my hard work with Beachbody, a 300% raise year over year so far, because my direct, I get paid directly depending on how hard I work, which is almost unheard of nowadays. And the recognition that we get from Beachbody, the company that we partner with, is just, they encourage us to work on ourselves. They encourage us to read every day, 10 minutes a day. They give us gifts for helping people. They give us trips for helping people that are really attainable. The recognition is just unheard of. I don't get any recognition from corporate America. My supervisor does give me a kudos every now and then, but her boss and further up, I get no recognition from anybody. So I can't say a negative thing about coaching. And again, all three of us do work full time, so they all share their story and how they work it into their jobs and their different lifestyles. But I work in the pockets of my mom, wife, physical therapist day. So it might be an hour before work, it might be an hour at lunchtime, it might be 30 minutes after I put the kids to bed, depending on, and each day is a little bit different. So I work in kind of chunks of time that I have. When I was in the office, I would kind of talk to people and in the office, and I would kind of show up at the office with kind of containers and my shakes and just kind of get people talking. So there's all different ways to approach this, which is the beauty of this business, because you can run this business however you want. You are the CEO of this business. So I work in kind of chunks of time. I don't have big chunks of time. I have smaller chunks of time. And then on the weekends, whatever I don't get done, I kind of make up for at that time. So we're going to dive into Emily or Tara. Either one of you can go next, but we'll kind of, as we go through, share a little bit more about our stories, kind of how to get started, why you might want to join our team instead of some other teams, and a few other things as we go along. But feel free, there's a chat box down here at the bottom. For those of you that have called in, there's a microphone. You can unmute yourself a little bit later when we open it up to questions. But we're completely transparent and are here to answer any questions and just kind of share with you how this has changed our lives. So Tara, you want to go next, or Emily?
Yeah, no, go ahead. I feel like, Jen, so many parts of our story are so similar. So for those of y'all who don't know me, I'm Tara. I'm also a physical therapist and a mom to two little ones. They're 5 and 2 right now. I actually started coaching about 2 years ago. Jen is my coach. So she got me started in my first challenge group when my son was 2 months old. And I was like a complete mess. So just in the middle of, motherhood and having a newborn again. And when I started, it was completely selfish, and I really wanted to just, meet my own goals. I had a lot of weight to lose. I ended up losing, it took me almost 2 years, but I ended up losing almost 40 pounds. But Jen from the very get-go was saying, you should be coaching, you should be doing this. And every bone in my body said, no, no. I thought, I think you look at certain things and think, I can't post on social media. I don't want to put myself out there like that. Or I'm not at my perfect goal weight yet, so I'm not ready to coach other people. But Jen very much helped me get started and said, just do it for the discount at first. And that was exactly what I needed to do. I was able to share a little bit about what I was doing with my closest friends and family, and I wouldn't tell anyone else. It was just, I'm going to tell the people who really love me at first. And they started. So my mom and dad were my first customers, you could say. And I always say that's been the biggest blessing from all this, because they are both in their 60s and the healthiest they've ever been. I always tell this part of my story, so y'all have probably heard this before, but my father has stage 4 cancer, and I swear the reason that he's still here and doing as well as he is because he's consistent with his workouts, he's drinking his Shakeology, he's just living a healthier life. So if I had never started coaching, that never would have happened, and that's just priceless, So it's kind of built from there. Even though I started as the discount, I did start telling more people about what I was doing, because I was starting to have success, and you really want the people in your life to have the same success in their life as well. And I remember Jen had told me at one point, when I did not want to post on social media, I was so in my head and thought everybody cared about, what I was posting, which really people don't care that much. But she told me, who are you to keep this secret to yourself? How good are you feeling right now? And you have to share that with others. And I mean, that was the turning point for me, because it was so true. My life had been transformed by the program I was doing, and I would kind of be an ass to not tell people about it. So, but I will tell you, so you've kind of heard a little bit already about how coaching has impacted me personally. The biggest thing is, if you knew me 3-4 years ago, I never would have posted on social media. You wouldn't have seen me reaching out to people, because I was very introverted and very shy. So coaching has taught me that getting out of your comfort zone is where you truly grow and, become a better person. So I never would have done that. I would have stayed in my comfortable bubble and impacted my family tremendously. I'm a much better wife and mother because I'm coaching and taking care of myself, because it's your job and you have to. You can't really help other people if you're not taking care of yourself. I will say, because I also, like Jen, worked in corporate America, and although I love my job very, very much and working with people, it can sometimes be a little bit of a negative atmosphere at times because it's stressful working in healthcare and working, helping people all the time. But the biggest benefit from Beachbody and coaching and this team is there are so many positive lights, and you will never be able to be in a negative space for any more than 5 seconds, because there are women on this team to build you back up and remind you of all the good. So personal development is part of what you do as a coach, and you teach your challengers. I had never done that before. I actually thought I didn't need it. I was wrong. But through the personal development, I've really realized how important gratitude is, and taking time for yourself and areas that you can work on has improved my marriage tremendously, and just being a better parent. So the other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is how the income from Beachbody has impacted me. When I first went into coaching, I wanted it for the discount. I really didn't have a financial goal in mind. And I still don't coach for the financial benefit of it, but I will tell you, it is nice. Initially, I just had my Shakeology costs covered, which was great because I was going to continue on with Shakeology anyways, but getting a few people started just covered your Shakeology, which was really nice. But there's been times, some months where where I've made, $200 a month up to $1,200 a month. And that's huge. I'm someone who, before I was coaching, was working 3 jobs. I worked 2 weekend jobs. And through coaching, I've been able to stop that and be home more with my family. Because with this, you do, like Jen said, you work in the pockets of time that you have, because I'm busy during the day, but you can find times at night or during a lunch break to reach out to people. And I think that's my favorite part of this. And just being able to help some people at times in their lives, because I can see some of my very good friends that are in a difficult spot, and I actually have tools to be able to help them through this. So that's really been immeasurable for me. And the last thing I want to say is I just want to talk about the trip that Jen and I were just on, and some other coaches. I will say it was probably this time a year ago when I found out that I'd earned this trip. And guys, I don't do like a whole lot. I'm kind of a hobby coach. I'm coaching in between my full-time job. So it is totally attainable to win these all-inclusive trips. And I was the biggest skeptic when I found out that I had qualified for it. I said, okay, we're going to go to this place and they're going to serve like fast food, and it's going to be a kind of rundown hotel or something. And you get there, and this is the nicest vacation I've ever been on. And in the heart of this company, they just want to reward you for helping people. That I've just never been around a group of people that is their main focus. So I think that's mainly what I wanted to talk about. And, if y'all have any specific questions, you can post them below and we'll talk about a few more things. But I'm going to let Emily go ahead and tell her story.
Hi, y'all. So I'm Emily. I'm probably the newest coach in here. Obviously, I am. But I joined Beachbody in November as a challenger and had no intention of ever becoming a coach. I mean, I watched, Jen's post and I was all like, oh, that's nice, But I just did not want to do any of that. I was the person who would never take a selfie, would never, put myself out there. But I think I posted like one thing and I had like 5 people all of a sudden like reach out to me, and I'm like, well, okay. And Jen's like, well, you can get a discount on your Shakeology and you can get discounts. And I'm like, I'm all about the discounts because I love Shakeology and it really, truly, helped my health and helped my well-being. So I'm like, hey, I'm all for a discount. So I basically just signed up to do this as a discount. And the more that I got into the Beachbody program, and then when I started with 80-day obsession, and I'm like, this is like the greatest thing ever. It's like the best kept secret I'd never heard of in my life. And I'm like, how can I just not tell people about this? Like, how can I keep this to myself? So I just felt like I had to start sharing it. And I started doing that. And, I'm what I would consider a hobby coach as well. I'm to the point now where I'm starting to really learn more about the company and learn more about our team and the people in the team. And it just is really special, this team. Doing 80-day obsession, we got to be part of a test group of close to 40,000 coaches nationwide. And so one of the biggest complaints in there was like, you know, my coach is not telling me what to do. My coach, I don't even know where they are. I don't know who my upline is. And I mean, I'm like, what do you mean you don't know who your upline is? What do you mean you don't have communication with your coach? Like, the one thing is, like, my coach, who is Jen, is always like a phone call away or a text, or, you know, I know that she works full time, but she's always accessible to me. I don't know how you work full time, but you get it done somehow. And it's just, this team is amazing. I can totally see why it's one of the top 5 teams in the nation, because they put the work in, they invest in their coaches and in their challengers. And I was not on that trip to Mexico, but I have been on 4. My husband works in sales, and so he has taken me on 4 trips. And so my big goal is for me to take him on the next trip. So I'm totally looking forward to doing that next year. It's going to be a cruise. So I've never been on a cruise. So I'm like, I want to do this. I want to earn that trip. And yeah, so I've loved helping others. I got a couple of texts last week that made me just break out into tears. Just people that are like, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm so happy that you brought me on to do this, because I could see how it changed my life. And it's so cool to then see how it's impacting other people's lives. It's such a great gift that we're giving to others to help them become healthier, you know, on the outside and on the inside. And, you know, getting the paychecks and being able to, you know, go out and buy little things here and there, that's also great too, but maybe not in your budget for the month.
I also want to throw one thing in really fast, because I didn't mention this, but another perk of coaching is you are surrounded with people who are having phenomenal results. Like Emily's 80-day obsession results are insane. If you're even thinking about having a cheat day or not doing your workout, you just look at the people in your group and it's impossible. It's the best accountability ever.
Right.
Yeah.
No
I'm
kidding.
so looking forward to doing 80-day obsession all over again, because
You rocked it.
You did, for sure. So we'll dive into a little bit more about the types of coaches. So as we've all kind of mentioned, in Beachbody's eyes, there is just coach. So if you call up the corporate office and say, I'm a discount coach, they're not going to really, they're going to know, but they don't kind of distinguish between levels of coaches. But you can truly, looks like I did the wrong account for this call. So we've got about 15 minutes. So the types of coaches that we have are discount coaches, where you truly just love the products and you want to save 25%. There is no obligation to sell anything. There's no obligation to get your Shakeology every month. It's truly just for the discount. Then, like Tara and Emily, they're more of hobby coaches, although they're kind of more hobby business builders, I would say. So they're bringing, they're talking to friends and family and maybe bringing in 2 or 3 people a month, or 2 or 3 people every other month, and enough to cover their Shakeology and earn some income that helps contribute to, their family's income and costs and bills and those types of things. And then there's business building, where people are truly invested and want to make a business out of this. There's been people, some of the top coaches are attorneys and lawyers, waitresses, people that are stay-at-home moms that have built this business from the bottom up in the little snippets and nap times to 6- and 7-figure incomes. And I will go ahead and say the Beachbody disclaimer that is a direct relation to their hard work. We cannot guarantee any sort of income. But one of the biggest objections that I always get from moms is that they don't have time to take care of themselves. They don't have time for this business. And I can't help but think of the top coach of Beachbody. Her name is Melanie, and she's been the top coach for several years, and she built a $1 million business during her kids' nap times from her kitchen table, guys. So if she can do it as a busy mama in nap time, we all can do it. All 3 of us work full time. We have busy kids, And Emily's husband travels all the time. Tara's husband works out of the home a lot and is busy. My husband works, and we make it work because we see the lives that we're changing. We see the women's lives and the mama's lives that are changing. And when mama's happy, the family's happy, you know? So, I mean, a lot of things have changed in my family and my family's dynamics because I'm a happier person. So the time objection, I'll battle that every single day because I feel like I am super busy. Emily's super busy. Tara's super busy. And Melanie, the top coach in our company, again, built this business during nap time. So it can be done if you want it. And why would you want to join our team? Well, because of these beautiful ladies and just because of our community. We are part of a top 5 team. My direct upline is the number 5 coach out of 450,000 coaches. Our community is small and very young, but we mentor our coaches and we pick the best people that we want on our team. We don't have a mass bunch of coaches. Some of the other coaches in Beachbody will have like 40 or 50 coaches joining at once, and they don't get any one-on-one time. Like I have one-on-one calls with Tara and Emily every week to kind of help them move their business forward. I meet them where they are, and that's how all the coaches on our team do. We mentor our coaches and walk them, hold their hand if they want. We empower them, but we don't enable them. We empower them to run their businesses the way they want to. And it takes 2 things to be a coach, guys. 2 things. It takes work ethic and it takes the right attitude. If you're teachable, you can be very successful. This team has so many different resources available to them. We have trainings, we have calls, we have team culture, we have transparency. And we obviously have the success to back those things up and to help you be successful if it is what you want. So, and what do we do as coaches? We help people meet their health and fitness goals. We partner them up with fitness programs and nutrition programs where they're motivator, we're their biggest cheerleader. We help them work through personal development and lifestyle things. And as a PT, I work with patients, but I don't get the time and the dedicated time like I do with my challengers. I'm with my challengers indefinitely, you know, and they have access to me, not that I'm online 24/7, but they have access to me within the group anytime they want. So to have that kind of connection and work with people from the inside out is just a powerful, beautiful thing. And I feel like I'm leaving some things out, but I didn't realize that this account was the free account and not the paid account. So I'm a little time restricted. But Tara, was there anything else? We need to talk about how to get started real quick, but I'm not sure if we're going to run out of time.
Sure. Yeah. So I want to just touch on one thing that Emily kind of mentioned already, but one of the other perks of being a coach, because if you're like most of us, when we started, we were not looking to build a business, you know, we just wanted a discount or community. But one of the perks is being able to be in the test groups with the actual trainers, the programs when they come out. I mean, we just did that with 80-Day Obsession, like Emily was talking about, and you have to be a coach to do that. So even if that's your reason for starting, I mean, that's huge for accountability and just staying on track with your fitness. But yeah, I will talk real fast about what you do to get started. It's so simple. So if you haven't done a program before, you just can purchase what's called a challenge pack, which comes with fitness. Right now, it's all access to every single program. You get started with Shakeology. You get started with everything you need. And there's no fee for getting started if you go that route. I mean, there's no added cost to it. It's unbelievable. I couldn't even tell you the amount of money we've shelled out for Scott's business. He owns a small business, and to get started, it's unbelievable. But the other option is you're already a challenger in a group and you haven't purchased a challenge pack, it's $40 to get started. But I don't know why anyone would go that route, because if you purchase a challenge pack, you get that money right back. So I don't know how much time we have left, but
yeah, so I'll just hop back in and thank you for that, Tara. So yes, and getting started, like if you're ready to start coaching, then we have training that we can, we have live groups that go at the beginning of every month, but our team also has a smaller Coach Basics group where we kind of walk you through how to get started with social media and how to start talking to people, what to do when you sign somebody up. So we keep it super simple. And again, all of us mentor our coaches and we'll walk you and hold your hand as much as you need us, as long as you're teachable and have the right attitude and are, you know, have the great work ethic. Because the work that we do is very, very simple. If you do the work, if you do the simple things, you will be successful. But it's just as easy to not do those simple things as it is to do those simple things. So, and obviously to be successful, it does take hard work. So we do make sacrifices. We do sacrifice TV time, and we might sacrifice some social obligations. You know, I don't binge watch Netflix hardly anything at all, you know, but I don't sacrifice my family time, because that's one thing that Beachbody is a huge proponent about, is they want you working towards these goals so you have more family time, not because you're sacrificing family time to be successful. And I just think that speaks to the heart of the company. So I'll wrap it up in a tight little back package here for you guys. So please, thank you guys for joining us live tonight. I'm sorry that we had to kind of cut you guys short before we got to questions, but please reach out to the coach that invited you here. And if you're ready to sign up, that's great. We'll be welcoming you to our team, but reach out to them and help them answer any questions that you might have, and we're just super excited to have you guys get started with us. We're very transparent. There are no secrets. There's no hidden agendas. There's no pyramid scheme. It's a multi-level helping organization, and we're just super proud of the work that we do, and we're very passionate about our community, and it's really top-notch. So with that, I will say good night to you guys. Emily and Tara, I love sharing this time in this space with you guys. You guys inspire me every day, and I just love working closely with you guys, and Nicole and Mickey and Lisa, and whoever's at 859-797-5866. Thank you for
I think that's Jessica.
It's who?
I think it's Jessica.
Yay, Jessica. All right, guys, before we get cut off, thank you for joining us, and please reach out to the person that invited you if you're ready to join our team. I know Lisa M is already on our team, so Lisa, thanks for hopping on. It's great to have you here. And just thank you, ladies, for joining us. I hope you have a great night.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Good night.